Welcome. Are you here to help with the cause? Trying to get some stuff done around the shop. Not having a whole lot of luck. ADD is a bitch. Or ADHD. Well, that big cardboard ain't big enough. Hey, Roby. How are you? Try to squirt some paint here. But I don't want to get paint all over my table saw. Perfect timing. Been planting a garden all morning. Just got showered off. That's what I spent over an hour doing yesterday. They're still nasty. A little more light on the subject. Probably better wipe these things down with a little brake clean. Get any of the residual grease and what have you off of it. I don't want to waste that $13 a can paint or $14 a can. Yep, there's quite a bit of stuff on there. Oh, I thought I'd gotten cleaner than that, but obviously not. This may be more than one rag. But I used a half a bottle of Super Clean on it. I tried oven cleaner. That didn't make a dent in it. Well, we're going to call that cleaned. Need to grab some masking tape. As you can tell, I'm really prepared, right? gonna call them cleaning up. This is the color of the day. Get it up where you can see it. Pontiac blue. Especially if you put a lighter in front of it, and it really takes care of the wasp. Don't ask me how I know that. I would just pop that rubber out, but I believe it's a 1974 vintage piece of rubber, so. And we know how that'll work out. About the way it did on the intake. That'll be good enough. We're just going to do these on this piece of cardboard, and then we'll relocate it. I was going to do it outside, but it'll probably rain by the time we get her painted. It'll probably start raining. Get you moved down here. Don't fall over. All right, let's see what 15 bucks gets you. Oh, she smells good. Not really. Not a fan of this color, but Pontiac didn't ask me what color to paint their motors, so I don't know why. I would have given them a better choice than this, I think. What do you guys think? I know it's an engine, but I really don't want to put runs in it. I ain't like nobody's going to see it but me for the most part, so. We'll get another rag, I'll wipe that down. Let's see if we get a copyright strike. I've got YouTube on in the background, so. I don't think it's supposed to be playing Dire Straits, but I'm just guessing. I've actually got it on a Leonard Skinner channel. So, a little bit of difference there. I really hadn't planned on taking this off the engine, to be quite honest about it, but you'll see when I get the video out why I took it off. I don't believe this was even painted from the factory. There was like no paint on it. It was just pretty much all grease and dirt. Run a little wire wheel over it. And that was pretty much about it. I mean, it's rust. I don't know what you guys call this, but I call it a valley pan. Pontiac calls it I believe they said a lifter valley cover or something like that. Or a lifter cover, I don't know. But anyway, took me a while to find a gasket for it. Well, the intake's kind of sits on top of this, so you won't be able to see that, right? Well, it don't take much. Don't take much at all. Macho, what's up? Gary, how's it going? Well, this is what O'Reilly calls Pontiac Blue. Up. I'm not a Pontiac expert, so from what I looked up, there are several different shades of Pontiac Blue depending on the year of your vehicle. All is doing good, Macho. Kind of been busy since it's gotten warmer out, and trying to get busy getting some stuff done. I have days I have a hard time sticking to a project, but I thought I'd get this painted first. That way it can be curing and drying, and hopefully by tomorrow we can start assembly. I've still got a few things to do before I assemble, but we're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. Yeah, I don't believe that when I Googled this and what showed up on O'Reilly's was, this was the option that they had. Now, granted, I'm sure there are different shades of it, but unfortunately that's what I ended up with, so I bought it. We're gonna have to use it, Gary. Ain't nothing about this car gonna be period correct anyway, probably. I'm not building it for that, so. Point it out the thing and get the paint on it, maybe. I think it said this was 13.6 right there. So you can see, Gary, if it'll focus. DE 1610 Pontiac Blue, and it is engine enamel. So I expect it to be a different color too, but. I really hadn't planned on going live today, but I was trying to find something to watch on the TV while I was out here. And, well, naturally, I'll go to is YouTube, so I don't have no antenna hooked up. And, good God. My live streams are not the greatest, I know that. But some of the crap that they had on, Pokemon, I guess, proper term. That and lying news networks. Now I try not to watch the news. They're like nothing but Debbie Downers. Sorry, Debbie. Could have ground a little paint off on some of that, but. Yep, I'm gonna let him dry for now. Looks dark. Well, it probably is. I was looking at Thumper's. I don't know if you guys know Thumper, but I was looking at his, and his is kind of silvery blue, which I kind of like. But anyway, it has to be what it is, I guess, for now. I'm not gonna. Looks like lawnmower blue. Yeah. Well, if I didn't want to really screw it up, I prefer Ford blue over this blue. This is kind of a baby puke blue in my opinion. Hello, Hugh. How are you, my friend? Mr. J.R.U. Holloway. How are you? Welcome to the chat, to the live chat. I call it chat. That's because I talk to you guys. It's live, so. Yep, I've had that problem, Roby. I've done it too. Click off and then your host. I've done it on actually while running a live stream one time. That really screwed it up. Oscar the Grouch, yeah. Pontiac green? No. See that, Hugh? It says Pontiac blue. I know I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I did try to get it period correct and color correct as I had availability to. Green blue. At this point, you know, the way it's coming out, I don't know. So, I think I've got pretty much about everything to get it started on. I have to get a few hoses. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a water pump while I'm down in there. But I got a new fuel pump. I'm going to put it on because when I got it started, I don't know what the deal was with this car, but it was that one right there. It was a very, very hard start. Yes, don't look at all my junk, but anyway. But it's remarkably, once I got everything off of the inside of the engine for having 100 plus 150,000 miles, the inside's fairly clean, which I was kind of shocked. But yeah, the thing would not cold start, and then it wouldn't idle. Well, I kind of found out why when I started tearing it apart. Carburetor was it looked like the bolts were finger tight, so it was sucking air like crazy. Why it wouldn't run? Why it wouldn't idle? Uh, Plus, it had a crack in the top of the carburetor. So um, then, when I got to the intake, they weren't much. There was a couple of them pretty tight or pretty snug, I guess you could say. Other ones were a little more than finger tight, but I'm sure it was. I was surprised it wasn't leaking. To be honest with you, it just it almost looked like they kind of threw them together. Valve covers weren't tight at all, and it was pouring out oil. As a matter of fact, it's got two puddles underneath it from both sides. So the color is blue. The color is blue. The darn color is blue. All righty. Well, I don't know. I really don't think much of the color, but oh well. But the list keeps growing on the car. I keep finding more and more things, and I've got a little over a month to go to get it road ready. I know there's some brake issues I got to attend to. I'm trying to get it running good first, because if it doesn't run good, there's no sense in going any further trying to throw more money into it to make a 3,000 mile trip. So if we get around to it, we'll fix the floorboard. If not, I'll have better brakes than what come factory, because I can drag my feet. So I've think I got the majority of the stuff lined out for the poverty tour. I've got the first few nights reserved. I'm kind of making sure how the car progresses beforehand. We may have to do plan B and go back to the van. Hey Ryan, how's it going? But anyway, we're going to stick with the Pontiac for now. And like I say, I got a lot of stuff. As you can see, the boxes that were all piled on the car. Just here, there, and yonder. Rock Auto got a lot of my money. Edelbrock got a lot of my money. And Amazon got a lot of my money. Well, not counting the little crap I bought from O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's by necessity, because I don't have anything else close. $100 on hot pink, huh? When is Poverty Tour? It starts June the 1st. Hey, Jim Bob, you snuck in on me, buddy. It starts June 1st, and I think it runs through the 8th. I don't know the whole itinerary right now, but I know it starts in Joplin, Missouri. I think at a big mall there. Not sure. I'm not even sure what time, but it's supposed to start on the 1st. And then the first stop is in Weatherford, Oklahoma. I will have to hand it to Dalton at Pole Barn Garage. He did make the stops at towns are large enough to have multiple hotels. So that's cool. I'm glad that it wasn't small towns that lodging would have been a problem, but it appears from the first few motels I called that they had plenty of rooms, and most of them have about at least 5 motels in the town. So, but and then we end up the second day in Tucumcari, New Mexico is the second day. You know, and I definitely have to stop at Big Texan to stop and get a steak during the day there. That's like a must too. And I don't think Tucumcari's too far from the Cadillac Ranch, so I have to make sure I take some of this high dollar. Now I'll be getting some Walmart spray bombs for the Cadillac Ranch. But been there before on the bikes, and them things have so much paint caked on, probably inches of paint. Yeah, I know you're close to Joplin. I've got a guy said he's going to be a co-pilot, so I don't know if he's going to go or not. Had to sign a waiver online, so I got that signed, ordered my official shirt, so just ordered that this morning, and they confirmed that they got my waiver. So I don't know why they need a waiver, but anyway, I guess there's freebies once you get there and sign up and prove that you've got a waiver so you don't silly. Yep, the 100-mile-an-hour bike rack spoiler. That's it. I think 90% of the YouTubers are either from Ohio, North Carolina, or Michigan, seems like. Dude, you got kicked out of North Carolina? Well, hey, JB. Have you test drove the Blazer and got the weeble wobble out of it? Missouri? Well, hell, I think I'm the only one from Missouri. Well, let's see. Might go get me a little flashlight because that fluorescent light just ain't turned right. Get these painted up, I'm gonna get back on the headliner. Boy, I wish I would have sanded that off a little bit more. I don't like the pitting. But too late now. Well, I guess it's not too late, but it's too late as far as I'm concerned. Well, that tray there has got some serious pitting. All right, got bug in it already. Very good. More than one bug. Oh well, he's going to be blue now. You should have known this was a no-fly zone. Pretty bad we got to paint with a portable light. I'll tell you what, I don't know why they made this design like this, because this thing here was full of leaves and acorns, kind of like a catch-all. Don't critique me too hard, because I never claim to be a painter, nor a mechanic, nor much of anything else. Hack? Yeah, I'm pretty good at being a hack. I know JB's probably thinking, oh, you should have painted it orange. I don't even own any orange paint. Should have painted black, to be honest. Let's see if paint will stick to the cap. I have to figure out how to make a gasket for that. When I was cleaning it off, what was left of it was, there wasn't much left. We don't care if that gets runs in it. Not the prettiest of colors. We're gonna let that set a while. Go through the maze here. Get you over here where I can work. You guys can see what's going on. The last live stream I did, I was cleaning all the old foam off of this board. So, Ventura, you bet. That's my 2+2 Ventura, JB. It has bonus doors. 2 doors plus 2 doors. That's why I call it a 2+2. I'll show you what I'm putting in here. I don't know if you can see them holes down there, but we're going to drill 2 up front, and we're going to put these in. Kind of disappointed in them, but they're spring-loaded recessed dome lights. I thought they were going to be about this big. Well, guess what? I guess I should have read more instead of looking at pictures. Kind of on the small side, but once we get the material on it, that's what they'll look like in the van. They'll probably be about as bright as a burnout light bulb. That'd be my guess, but they're dome lights, so. We shall see. But anyway, that's what I was in the process. I didn't want to screw up in front of y'all on the live stream. That's why I did a couple of holes first. I like it's got a little spring in it that kicks the center thing back out. It's kind of nice. But I'm sure I paid for it. The good price. So. Make sure I'm in the right boards. I don't want to get in that plywood. The plywood's for the console. Alright. Pretty easy work when you're dealing with cardboard. Or whatever board it is. You prefer a 4-door? Well, that's what we need to all start doing, Hugh. I've done it on a few things. Doing hashtags, make 4 doors cool again, is a hashtag I've been using on stuff. It's hard to find a 2-door unless you got deep pockets. Well, hey, Steve. How you doing? Thanks for commenting on the video earlier, the short. Appreciate it. See what else it's a Nova with a weird grill. Ha! It's a wannabe Nova. But you know what? Even though it's the same freaking car with very few exceptions, like the door hinge stuff that I had to get, yeah, it was for a Nova. Because you try to get them for this, the price is more expensive. I'm guessing Pontiac parts are more expensive because they don't manufacture anymore. But almost everything, for the most part, for a Nova will fit here. So. Yep. Well, hell, they made the 74 is the year they made the GTO out of the Ventura. Yep, that is what you get for putting a Ford tattoo on yourself, Duke. But, you know, live and learn, we all do. So, yes, you do have a Chevelle. I like the Ranchero. I used to have one of those, and I kicked myself in the butt for getting rid of it. I had a 79 GT. Last year they made them, and I wish I had it back. Was it cool? No, not really. But it's worth a hell of a lot more now than it was then. I think it had 17,000 miles on it when I bought it. From a dealership, I give $5,200 for it. I think it only lists for a little over $6,000. So. Well, I bet doors are cheaper too. Yep. More doors, more fun. Especially when they had the drive-ins. I'm sure some of y'all remember the drive-ins. Been years since I've been to one. Was a 68 400. Well, I wish this had a 400 in it, but it doesn't. Matter of fact, when I did parts for this, 350 was the biggest that came in this car that year. I only have a 2.2 cars, my wife's Beetle and the GTI. Okay, everything else is 4-door. Yep. Huh. Yep, you're right, Hugh. You just needed the heavy-duty air shocks back then, right? There's only so many you could stack in there without rubbing the tires. So. Damn, Lars, crack the whip. Over and under headlights. Yep, it did have that. I remember, I think I was 17 when I had that car. I got rid of a Firebird and bought the Ranchero. I went from cool to not cool, but that's okay. Yeah, most of you guys have seen all the crap out there. And that thing right there is a real pain in someone's side, and it ain't mine. And we ain't even talking about the other crap that's out there. The Pinto is next after the Pontiac. So, I was hoping to get all these done this summer, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So, Duke, you're not the only one with a car problem. Yep, you are right, Ryan. Steve, thanks for coming in, buddy. Trying to get caught up on the comments before I start on something else. Yes, the infamous dump truck. One of these days I may just do a live stream on the dump truck. I don't think it'll take too much to get her back going. I got to put the dash back together and adjust the wiring harness. Throw a seat back in it. Good God, that's got air ride suspension seats in it. Oh, they are freaking heavy. Needless to say that both the airbags in them are crap, but I got a fix for that. Yeah, I like the Pinto too. I'm kind of excited to get to work on it, but I'm excited to work on this Pontiac too. I in my mind, it's already done, but we all know how that works out. I know it needs a diesel swap. I tell you what, if I could find probably a Yanmar turbo diesel and I could made up a transmission with it, I might consider it. 2.3, I believe. It's said it, the last time it was licensed was 1994. Still got the license plates on it. And the guy I bought it from, his dad had bought it, and it had been sitting out in the woods. Matter of fact, he cleared the woods and found the car. That's how buried it was. All the tires are rotted off of it. I mean, rotted off to where they will not hold air. And I probably ain't gonna do a VW. Sorry, Ryan. I know that's what you want, but I probably ain't gonna do that. No, it was not. When I tried it, it was not. But somebody stole the radiator out of it. So I am going to have to come up with the radiator. But I'm not going to buy one for it now because I haven't decided if I'm going to try to see if I can get the 4-cylinder running. And if it runs, we may run with it for this year until I get set up for the other stuff. And I'll get a radiator for it then, but granted, it's going to have to be a Chinese radiator because the actual radiator for the car has been discontinued a long time ago. So, you promise it's the right swap, huh? You have parts for it, really? Very cool. That's good to know, dude. And you're moving closer, are you not? You're going to Colorado? Hey, you know, I don't know when you're moving, but that's where Poverty Tour ends in Colorado. So, actually ends in Denver on, I believe, the 8th of June. Get this shavings off of it. We're putting the material laying out on it. My next thing is I'm probably trying to find some scissors. I know I've got some. This keeps coming off. Well, ain't nothing else on the van gonna be perfect, so I'm sure this won't either. Kind of worked up, the board is. And I will probably have to run some slats over across and screw it into the roof supports. So it will stick up there better. But I'm gonna tell you, this huge headliner, this is just half the van. This is not the whole one. And I don't know if I'm gonna do, well, I probably won't do the second half this year. I bought enough to do it all, but do you guys even hear the music in the background? I'm sure they're going to gink me on it, but I don't care. Me, I like little tunes. I wish I could play it, have it on the videos, but heaven forbid. So how's Chris doing? Let's go check the paint status, guys. We're multitasking today, or as well as I can multitask. So. You probably haven't seen parts like this before, Chris. Sure, it's a little different type parts than what you're used to. The parts that you buy, I can't afford. I barely afford these. Everybody's making fun of my paint, calling it green, and that's not Pontiac blue. Well, for O'Reilly's it is. Well, there's one place the paint does not want to stick. And I'm sure, let's see. I think that's going to be on the back side of the motor. Had to sit and think about which side it went on. I'm glad this thing wasn't rusted through. These, you still get them, but man, they're pricey. I think we're going to call that done. I don't see any part that not painted. Hopefully Thupper would be proud. I have had to talk to him a little bit about this car because I've worked on several Chevys in my life and several Fords. But I'm going to say this is the first time I've ever ventured into a Pontiac. And I will say that it is a little different breed. But that's okay. I've had several Pontiacs in my life. Let's see. Y'all talk so much yourself. I'm going to see if I can find a pair of scissors. Uh, you guys ever have that problem? You never can find something when you want it? Kind of like when I was making this template for the contour of the windshield for the console. I actually have a thing that you can offset that kind of follows the contour of things. Well, I couldn't find it, but I just found it. I don't need it no more, but I found it. That's how things work. Guess I probably ought to roll it out this way. For now, and raise the dam level so I can get more water in it. Yeah, I know. That's exactly the way it works around here. Not that I'm organized. I'm sure some of you guys can resemble that. I haven't seen that floor there in years. It's kind of a catch-all. So, but I have made some progress. Ryan can attest to that. I got my windows framed out. I got cabinets up. I got that going. I moved the desk. It was over here in the corner where the filing cabinets are at, and they work pretty good for storing canned goods and stuff as far as the other. Anybody need any swivel bucket seats? I have plenty. I have 2 sets there. I have a set outside, and then I have some Cadillac seats out of an early model Cadillac, whatever the sporty model is, but they're all electric and heated, I think. So they were going in the van, but I guess I need the brain box because I haven't figured out how to wire around it to make it work. So. All right, I think we're going to cut. Right or wrong, we're going to cut. I guess they make more material. Last time I tried to cut this material, it was really tough. So, and the Chinese razor blades, well, didn't last very long. Maybe these are from somewhere other than China. Maybe they're from Japan. Cutting good though. All right. Watch it. I move it, it'll shrink up and then it'll be too short. Let me take that back over to the house. Keep it clean because it ain't gonna stay clean here. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know I am a tightwad, aka thrifty. Well, I did not. Probably been a whole lot easier if I had a clear path. What do you guys think? This is cut out over here because of the sliding door. It's got a buttload of trim. It goes on that side. This board is like the hills of Kentucky, I think. Wobbly and warped as it is. Yeah, I'm being a little anal retentive on this, guys, but I don't want to pull the material tight, but I also want to make sure it goes down. Well, I messed up and pulled it tight before. And I don't want to get her twisted. Which end should I start from, the front or the back? The front is closest to you. All right. Well, Hugh, thanks for stopping in. I quit looking for 10mm sockets. I just bought me a rail of them and been done with it. Well, that's true. Seems like I can never find a small enough Phillips screwdriver. All of mine are huge, so. You aren't the only one. Gator, what is up, my friend? You would fold. I am going to fold it back. I may do it in quarters. I don't know. So that's my plan. So I think I'm going to start from the far end. That way you guys can't see how me mess up right off the bat. I think we're going to do about, yeah, we may do more. I hate to get it too far. And it's really overcast today. So it's going to take an extra amount of time to get it to stick. I need to find me another piece of cardboard. I don't want to get the adhesive on the plywood. Yeah, the last headliner I did was in the old 2001 Dodge. You know, they ain't not much of a headliner. No turning back now. This is what I remember the first time I done a headliner. A lot of that generic crap you get as far as spray glue is more of a mist. And it doesn't do with the crap know you guys are probably asking, did he read the directions? You really want me to answer that? No, I did not. That would be against man code, would it not? I'd rather have too much than not enough. Some days it sucks being left-handed. I can't honestly tell you if it's the right way or the wrong way to do it. Kind of like my sticker. It may not be done the right way, but it's done my way. I'd rather run out of glue than not have enough on it. Think that's enough, guys? Think that'll stick? Gator, if you're talking to me, I'm doing pretty good today. Yeah? It smells a hell of a lot better than that blue paint did a while ago. Ain't much on that. If they could do for color, they need to work on their fragrance of their paint. I guess it's probably drying a little bit, but it looked like it needed a little bit more to me. Like I say, if it takes both cans on this, I'm okay with that. I will have healed up by the time I start doing the back of it. How's the van coming, Gator? Alright, we're going to stop on that one. Let her pack up for a few minutes. And go from there. New and improved scent. Well, at least it ain't a scratch and sniff. Right? Maybe that's what a group of us need to do. Contact these companies and make these products they're throwing out for automotive stuff user-friendly with fragrances of burning tires and oil, antifreeze smells. Oh wait, I have enough of them smells coming out of my car, so. Not tacky enough yet. I would call it tacky enough. I might have to go back and read the can. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Not messed up there, guys. But you can tell me that. Well, it's sticking, so that's a good thing. Trying to get a damn wrinkle in the film. So far, so good. Come on, baby. When I bought this material, I was really wanting to get a darker, more charcoal material, but I had to buy what they had. So we can't always get what we want, right? Even though we like to think we can. What do you think, guys? Now, granted, you know, it's only to here, so. So far, so good. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that hole where they had the original dome light. And then who had it before me, well, it was the city of Virginia, Minnesota, the ones that actually really had it before me. They had it was a public works van. And they had a here's my train of thought here, guys. They had a sewer camera and computer mounted in it. That's why I know the history on the van is because of all the maintenance records that when I bought it off of Buff, he sent them with me. So end of the novel is getting fogged up. Not wanting to spray very good. scrape clean on a rag. Hopefully that'll make her spray a little better. That's the plan. Oh yeah. A little's good, a lot's better. That's how I see it. Doesn't always work out that way, but. I think a smart guy would probably clean his workspace off a little bit better. See how far I sprayed here. About 2 foot. About 2 foot. I'm sure I'm putting more than enough on here. I'm sure a lot of you guys know better. Concentrating, guys. That's why I'm quiet. The nozzle's getting clogged up again. Can't imagine why. Alright. That can's not much left of that. Rico. How's it looking, guys? That's crease out of it there. Yeah, when I done it on that pickup truck, I stretched it. Oh my God. That was a mess on the, after it got in the sun, got in the truck and it got so hot, it started drawing up and peeling away from the edges. I was not a happy camper. Boy, I about done it there, guys. I about screwed the pooch on that. Yep, not much left in this can. I'll be breaking out the reinforcements. Now, like I say, it ain't gonna be perfect. There's gonna be dirt and crap in it, but still some in it. I wanna get it out. Looks like the tip wants to get clogged up now. Probably left aerosol in it. Yep. I'll get my money's worth. That's it. I knew that wouldn't do it, but. Hey, David, how are you? Yes, that is good smelling stuff. It is. New and improved, yes. That's old stuff, yeah. Headliner, yes, Craig, headliner. Not the funnest of jobs. Needs more wrinkles and imperfections. Well, I ain't working on a Ford today, so it would be acceptable there, right? Butters, what's up, man? This is just half of the van's uh, headliner. I cut a few holes. I'm putting some, if you see them holes there, there's two up here too. I'm putting some recessed LED lights in it. That will be put on switches in the overhead console. Much nicer when you got a full can. Cardboard out here. Yeah, Craig, you missed it. Everybody's making fun of me because I was painting the Pontiac engine green. Well, that's what they call it, green. No, it was actually Pontiac blue, but it's kind of a funky shade of Pontiac engine blue. I don't know why the dip keeps clogging up. Maybe because I'm spraying glue. Like I told him earlier, Craig, I didn't cheap out. I bought the good stuff. The glue costs almost as much as the headline material. So I take it you went to Fleece's burnout competition, from what I understand. Craig, you met the Randys. They were talking about it on their live stream the other night. Have you guys heard of a goat raid on YouTube? On their live stream here a couple nights ago, they got goat raided. I know that sounds terrible. Oh, but it was damn it. Why didn't you tell me to put some cardboard there? Anyway, a bunch of people come in and just flooded the live stream. They weren't like trolls, but there was probably 100 of them or better, maybe more. And they ended up with like 300 and some extra subscribers within just a matter of minutes. And their channel just kind of blew up. Most of us that were moderators, we were timing them out and everything else. We didn't know what the heck was happening. But It it was a good thing. It's called goat raiding. Goat raiders, that's what it is. Goat raiders. Some YouTubers got a following, and that's what they do. They do small to medium-sized channels at random, no rhyme or reason, I don't guess, and they help out smaller, struggling channels. So, kind of a cool thing. I never heard of it until we didn't know what was going on. But somebody said that they thought JG got raided. I don't know. I didn't look. You know, like I say, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good for this guy. And I figure if somebody rides in it and they don't like it, they can get the hell out. Well, this one sat a little too long. Yeah. It's not going to be perfect. The board's not perfect. So. But it's definitely going to be better than what it was. All right. I'm going to call that done. I'll clean this tip off. So if I ever have to use this glue again, it'll be usable. To meet y'all's satisfaction, if it does it, too bad. Now I get to trim it out. You'd nail it? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Hey, Lotus, you were talking about purple shag carpeting. And I seen this truck the other day. It was a small truck. And it had boom boxes in it. Was at a show. And the interior was purple shag. And I thought Lotus would like this. So I took a video of it was so loud that the material in the truck was moving. I'll trim it out better here in a minute, but right now we're gonna trim it out close enough. So I'm going to put that out on a short here probably in the next couple of days, sometime over the weekend. I don't think it'll probably bomb, but oh well. I thought it was kind of neat. Or at least I thought it was video worthy. Kind of like a lowrider that I took. Really not my taste. But I thought it was video worthy. Just because I don't like it don't mean somebody else won't like it. So. Old retro blade's getting dull. I guess whatever this material is made out of, it's probably rayon or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what it looked like. Well, not the prettiest, but it'll do. All right, see what we got here. No, read the comments above that. Okay, where you at here? Acetone will get it up. Okay. Well, we will try that. You were wild. I notice you. I know you've met the Randys, Lotus. Need more wrinkles. Yep, I read that. Do your headliner in black and red crushed velvet. Lotus, I actually did my Firebird when I was 16 years old. That was back when they actually had a pretty hefty piece of cardboard board in it that you could actually spray to. But I was going to buy the material, and the material from a upholstery shop was really expensive. It was going to be about $80 that I didn't have. And granted, I was 16 years old and I worked at a gas station pumping gas for a whopping $2.65 an hour. But I ended up buying a bedspread from Walmart for $20, a bright red crushed velvet bedspread, and it worked just fine. I could get a 3D print of the Lone Wrench Garage logo and put it under the felt. That would be cool, Lotus. I have here in the center where they had the, hang on a second, where they had the, they had like a police car light in it. They had this light in the center of that headliner. What I would like to do is just get some kind of a plate. It's right here. It's this little oval hole, but they had it like right there. What I'd like to do is get something that I could actually screw into here to have hidden screws that actually had the A-Team or something in it, and then take and paint the lettering, paint it maybe black with, you can't see what I'm doing here, kind of where this says the A-Team, and have it kind of raised lettering like the logo, and take and paint, have the back of it black, and then just paint it lettering or vice versa, whichever. I don't know what the logo exactly looks like right now, but either paint the lettering black or paint the background black and then paint the letters what the actual logo is. But I think that would look cool inside the van, if you follow what I'm saying. But the Lone Wrench thing would be cool too. Blew the windows out of an Astro van once, huh? 8 sundown, 12. I know nothing about speakers. I know, back in my day, Pioneer or Kenwood was the way to go, but, there's so many other brands out there now, Bose and all that, but so no light. No, I don't want it to be a light plate. I'm putting them where them holes are at. There's 4 holes in here, and I'm going to put the recessed lighting. You weren't here when I showed him. I'm going to find him again. I bought these recessed lights to go in it. They're spring loaded, and they will go in them holes. Now, granted, I thought they were going to be quite a bit bigger, but we can see how big they are. But, Amazon. Well, that'd be cool. Hell, tell me what you want. I'll pay you to do it, man. It'd be cool to have a little plaque on that I could stick on the dash of the vehicle too. Would be kind of interesting. I'm not that techy as you know that, but already know where to put it. I guess we'll put it there, but then I guess it would work. Put something there, kind of glue it, but as you can see, that's only half of the headliner. So we're gonna get it. I'm just bouncing between the Pontiac and the van right now. The van's for the backup. If I run into problems on the Pontiac, if I can't get it going by June 1st for the poverty tour. That is my plan. So, but we're one step further on the Pontiac. I'm going to let these cure for a couple days before I put them back on, but I still got to put, I wanted to get these off before I put the spark plugs in, because there's 2 spark plugs. They're going to be a challenge to get out. A major challenge. Let me find my light here. See all the massive amount of room there on the 2 back spark plugs? I think there may be 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. I ain't sure how I'm gonna get them out. I can't even hardly get my hand in there to get the boot off. And I don't know who put the wires on it. Good gosh, some of these wires had wrapped around the motor. I think they put them together with whatever they had, and the old motor's pretty clean for having well over 100,000 miles on it. So, this is just one of the many things that has to be done to that. So, I didn't realize I'd been on here that long. Need measurements for screw size replacement. Well, stand by. Stand by, stand by. I just had that tape measure. There it is. I think I've got a little more room to screw stuff in, but I'll double check. They only had this up there with 2 screws, so I don't know how stiff the plastic is. But from outside to outside is 6 inches, so I'm going to say that it is going to be about 5 3/4 center hole to center hole. So let me go double check inside the van. But I think I might have a little room for error. Yeah, there's a metal beam that runs across where they had that screwed into. So anywhere reasonably in between there would probably be just fine. So. But like I say, this is basically a six-inch circle is what it is. So. Well, I've been on an hour and 55 minutes as of right now, and we are down to 4 people. Got some likes. That's good. And like I say, I haven't been interacting with y'all that much, so. But I appreciate y'all coming in and watching me hack this headliner up. Made it go a little quicker. Probably kept me from cussing so much because I know you guys were watching. So, but it's done. One project done. You hear that, Randy? One project done, not never done. Guys, be safe. If you can't be safe, then don't leave your name. So, anyway, I will catch you next time I go live. Ryan, we'll see you later, buddy. Night, everybody.